what's up with this? Well, I changed the scenery a little bit. On the spot of the Mark III, we can work on the workbench, do the final bits on the electrics. Let's clean this mess out and hopefully, maybe, should be able to start it. That's strange, that's not supposed to be. Welcome to the Netherlands. Always boring weather outside. That's the ignition on, no power. Well, how is this looking then? Huh? Let me take you on a quick walk around on some wires, if you all would like that. So here we go again. We've got these big ones, and over here I got this little small one. So the Climatronic unit that we fitted in the Mark III is from a 2-liter motor. And of course, VR6 radiator, air conditioning, all the stuff. So we need to go back to the big stuff. Luckily I had this wiring loom laying around from another project. So out of this loom I'm going to get the VR6 stuff, put that in to there, and then route them back to the radiator. So we're almost done, and I think that's the final bit for the engine, and then all the engine wiring will be done. The only thing left to do is the lighting. Then this is a little bit how it goes. We've got the N25. This is controlled on the colors of the Mark IV. The T4, that's the one down by the radiators. Then we look it up in the Mark III, hopefully. Then we look up at the Mark III on how it goes, which wires they are. So we can switch over these two wires onto, well, the computer is not so fast, on these two wires. And the same for like the alternator of the Mark IV. That's a blue wire that goes to the dash. Then we go back to the Mark III again. Then we get the Mark III. That's the K2. That's alternator, so K2 alternator, that goes to F3. So the blue wire from the Mark IV alternator goes to the F3 in the fuse box, or at the back of the fuse box, F3. So that's a little quick explanation on how to figure every wire out from Mark IV to Mark III. And that you need to do with, well, a lot of wires. Well, how is this looking then? Lots of progress for today. A lot of small details added to the engine bay. Routed again. A lot more cables, but we're still not there. There is a lot that goes in there. So we're finalizing now the reverse light, starter. So they are all going, well, into the cable mesh. We've got another point over here connected for the air conditioning lines, for the echo pump and for the alternator. So that's in there. Yeah, just a couple more to go. And then we will be off for the front beam and the lights. And then we're there. It's getting closing in right now. But I'm liking this. It's getting nice and tidy. There are more things in life than just building cars, so that's why it's taking a little bit longer. And well, we just keep on grinding. Let's see how far we can get in this episode to see if we can get some exciting stuff done. Now this was what I meant with relocation, way better. Work to the workbench, got all the tools there, got the computer here, can, well, put my notes on the workbench, way more effective. I kinda like this flow. Slowly my workshop is improving and improving, every tiny little bit. Well, the Mark IV R32 engines having a separate valve with the exhaust. So we want to fool the computer. We put a resistor in between. When I looked it up on the internet skis, this should be the right one. So fingers crossed, we're not going to heat shrink it, the shrink on yet. Just to be sure, I'm just going to shove over it to protect it. And then we're getting close to getting everything in for the engine side. And in the meanwhile, with running all the plugs, all the wires, I did not take the engine out or did a lot of work to this engine yet. So, got some plugs. Need to discover and figure out. In the meanwhile, I need to make a list, things we don't forget. Same like we're doing at the rally, stepping up our game, putting hours into the jobs that we need to do. So we got a good and nice overview. And hopefully don't forget anything on what's left. So get the pen and paper with it and get the final bits connected. I will work firstly on some power lines. The power lines are in, but we need to make some temporary power lines to get the fuse box connected and, well, slowly start seeing if we got some power on some points, I guess. And in the meanwhile, slowly figuring out how we're going to route all the lines. That you see them as less as possible, because we like it cleaned. So this is not, I think this is not the ultimate setup yet, but this leaves me a little bit of room to route it differently, but I think this is a good base point on these big thick cables for some power supply. And then right away the starter and the gearbox switch will hide behind the big ones. No, not too bad. Because the radiator will be here, the fan will be here, and I don't think you will see them unless you move all the way forwards to find them. So only if you know, you know. But this is something all car people can relate to. You buy a ram, you put the car on the ram, and what you are going to do? You're going to just lay on the ground. Very easy, yeah? Always the same. Welcome to the Netherlands. Always boring weather outside, always raining, always dark and grey. But we need some parts out of the donor Mark III, and it's raining. So, and I don't want to lay on the floor. Oh, and I still got another cadet over here. Oh man, I got so much stuff. We need to get rid of those this summer as well. So hit me up if you know a nice idea what to do with this cadet. Okay, I need to fix it. Shall we shuffle or hustle it off to do a giveaway with the cadet? Maybe a good thing. Let me know in the comments. First up, on the ground. And I think, as everybody of you know, why didn't we do this right away when we know we needed it? But there are always so many things to do. There's always something you forget or still need to do. I hate this weather. Well, you can say what you want, but this is really sexy. This is the nicest thing to do on a rebuild. Make all the new parts go under. Well, the only thing is, look at this. They're not stuck anymore, but this one, yes. Okay, let me check you this. The tip from flip. Now we go, so we cannot shove it on anymore. We turn it on. And now we can hang on it we know for sure they won't fall off. Because we don't want that. Well, I consider that as a big success. They won't come off anymore. Now off, we'll do that. That's the gasoline lines all installed. Now off. Well, some final Mark IV rebuilds on the electronics. Then I will go check out how we get all the cables through the inside. We already have one hole. That's too small for the big line, so probably I'm going to make an extra hole because we are going to need 2 holes anyways. And then we can shove some lines inwards, get that connected to the fuse box. And we're getting close to see if we can have some power on some equipment already. Yep, holes inside. Going to paint that later. Cables to the computer not connected yet. Cables all to the engine. Everything is connected. Gas lines connected. Going to change those out as well for pretty ones. But that was what I was laying around. Then battery cables prepared. So, okay, everything is prepared. Oh, and well, all the mesh that's there, that's all the electronics going to the fuse box. Those are all connected. So everything is connected. I'm going home for now. I will be back Saturday. Maybe we will start it. Or at least we're going to put some power on it and we'll see how far we come from there. And as you know, I normally don't have a lot of luck lately with starting cars. So hopefully this one goes better. Ooh, cold outside. Saturdays, shop Saturdays. It's packed in the shop. And is it going to be a special day or not? Let's find out. 3rd day this week on the Mark III. Let's see if we can do some cool stuff. Okay, what have we got so far? Gasoline tank connected. Of course, we need to put some gasoline in. Pump connected, filter is on for now. So they go all to the front. They're connected to the front. So that's done. Then I was under the shower this morning and then the radar's going on and we've got I think to connect the engine to the chassis. Got all the plus cables all the way to the back and to the front. The only thing that I don't have is a chassis connection from the engine. All the computer wires are inside. Everything is to the fuse box. So I think we're really getting close. We're really getting close. That's strange. That's not supposed to be.
Ja, dat is maar één kant.
Steeds geen, niks op het contact. Alleen de acculampje. Huh. Oké. Accu is een beetje leeg.
Dat denk ik wel, ja.
Maar, dat is wel meer dan we verwacht hadden al.
Gaat erom.
Okay. Let's say that's some bad prep work from my side. Didn't charge the battery yesterday. Well, okay. It's turning around. There's no gasoline in the tank yet, just to be sure that we don't have any crazy stuff. But we've got some strange burning lights. We've got some strange things that are not even connected on the engine bay side. So I'm going to make some room. Plug some stuff out, make some room so I can really see how far I am, so we'll be able to check. I didn't hear the gas pump running yet, so that's what I'm going to check, and then we will move forward. I'm putting on a nice Saturday playlist, play some music, and go on with the grind. That's the ignition on. No power. I believe we should have power there. So, or the ECU is not sending it on, or I did something wrong. Let's find out. So this is the ECU to the fuel pump, number 3 over here. And then we should have, yes, we have the multimeter reading it out. So that's good. Yes. So the people from the drawing board say that this one should have power. Okay, 12 volts. Okay, that's good. This one should have power, and then this one only has 2 volts. Alright, why is it so little? Golf volts. Alright. Ja, als ik dus zo die uitdoe, krijg je spanning vanuit de ECU op het ding. Nee, want dan is de gewone zekeringkast vol op 3 gedeelten uit. power in my battery charger. God damn you. Fuck you, waarom staat hij nou weer af? Can you see this? How clean it all is. And it is starting. We are getting really, really close. 99% for sure. It's the emo that is still on the engine. So upcoming week we're going to hook it up onto the computer, check that, and then probably send the computer out to get the immobilizer turned out, so it will just start and run. But as it looks of this, it hits up right away, looking good in the dashboard, no faults, no nothing at the moment. So this is looking good and promising. We can go on and continue from here. Lots of small bits to finalize, but for this episode, well, I am really happy. It's starting, the wiring looms, the wires, everything seems to be connected and seems to be good. So that means we can wrap them up, get them nice and tucked away, get them all fitting the way I've got envisioned, that you won't see them anymore. And then we can finalize all the other bits and getting everything together that it's packed up, because we don't have to read it anymore. It's looking promising. Oh, and what was the deal that it wouldn't start? Well, me being a little bit too perfectionist, I was measuring everything and measuring more and more, and I didn't want to make any mistakes, and turned out I was measuring too much. Thank you, boss, for the help again, as always. The man to go to for the questions. He helped me out a lot again. So, yeah, next thing learned on the list. Sometimes you need to trust the computer and just start it. Just go wing it. Just do it. Oh man, what a good day. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel for more of this crazy stuff. Lots more to come, and we're getting, well, I'm getting better at that electronic stuff, so we can do full swaps in-house. Next thing to learn probably is know more about the computer stuff, that we don't have to send stuff away. But I'm happy with this result so far. Thank you all, and see you in the next episode.